Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be checking out the Geforce 7950 GT, Nvidia's flagship card from 2006. Typically they would come with 512 megabytes of VRAM, but this BFG version only comes with 256 megabytes. In terms of display output, it has two DVI outputs while being powered by a single 6-pin connector. Like with the Radeon X1950 I tested last time, I'll be pairing the 7950 GT with a Q6600 and 4GB of RAM. So let's start with some benchmarks. In 3D Mark 2001, we got a score of 35,730, which is about 2,000 more than the X1950. And in 3D Mark 2005, we got a score of 9,628, which is surprisingly about 600 less than the X1950. Now onto some gameplay, starting with Half-Life 2. I've maxed out the graphical settings and running at 1360 by 768. Not too bad, we got an average of 44 frames per second. Quake 4 at 720p, high settings, very smooth experience here, averaging 62 frames per second. Painkiller 1366 by 768 at the insane preset. We often saw frame rates above 200 FPS, reaching as high as 400. Exceptional performance from this one. Driver parallel lines 1366 by 768 with very high settings and anti-aliasing on. We often saw frame rates into the high 100s. Bioshock 1360 by 768 at medium settings. We saw reasonable frame rates in this one, averaging around 45 to 50 FPS.
I didn't mean to hurt anyone!
My daddy's smarter than Einstein, stronger than Hercules, and lights a fire with a snap of his finger. Are you as good as my daddy, mister? Not if you don't visit the...
Mass Effect 720p with medium settings. Not a great experience with this one, averaging just 17 FPS. This game would likely run better at lower settings and resolution, but it's safe to say this game is not very well optimised for older hardware.
That's it. Bag 'em and tag 'em.
Fallout 3 1360 by 768, high settings. We're only averaging 30 FPS, but we may get a better experience with lower resolution and lower graphical settings, but at least with these current settings it's still playable. I thought I'd give the original version of Skyrim a go. For a somewhat playable experience, I had to use 1024 by 768 at low settings. Not the best experience, as there was a little input latency while playing.
You think you stand
Portal 2, 1360 by 768, high settings. We got a reasonable frame rate here, averaging 37 FPS, though there was some stuttering here and there. We definitely get a better experience dropping the settings and resolution. Finally, Torchlight 2, 1360 by 768, lower settings. No issues here, we averaged over 60 FPS with no noticeable stuttering. This game is very well optimised for older hardware. For a card released in 2006 and based on the architecture of the previous year, I'm amazed at how capable this card is, especially with newer titles. If you're looking to hunt one of these cards down for yourself, they can be picked up for between £40 and £50, though I managed to get this one for just £25. But then I guess the 256MB versions are less desirable, maybe? Anyway, definitely worth keeping an eye out for this one. So that's all for this one. If you've enjoyed this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.